Hi, I'm Dr. 𝗵𝗏𝗏𝘁. We were just speaking with Victoria about her experience with correcting her spinal postural injury and relieving her mid-back pain. Now, when Victoria first came to us posturally, she looked like this. Her cage was back, her head was forward. We took this initial x-ray on 1/18/24. This green line is normal, and she's the red line. What makes that shape is that her cage is pushed back like this. Let's look at a normal dry spine. This will help us understand this. When you look at the spine from the side view, there's supposed to be 3 slow sweeping curves. When the spine's like that, the posture is upright, the structure's strong, but most importantly, the spinal cord, that lifeline that gives energy from our brain to our body, can be nice and relaxed, just flowing information from brain to body and back again. So green is normal, she was red. Now, what created this is some type of an injury that pushed her in this direction, and that injury was so dramatic that it actually fractured this vertebra. You see these vertebrae are nice and normal boxes, but you see how this one is almost like pie shaped? Well, that's actually a healed spinal fracture that probably occurred when she was a child. She didn't even know about it. But when we took the x-ray, we found that problem, and it contributed to her postural deviation. Because this vertebra is now mal-shaped, we don't expect it to be ever perfect, but we'll get it much closer. So 1/18/24, we began chiropractic care with her, where we created adjustments to push her spine in this direction, and we'll show all these later in the video. We created adjustments to push her spine in this direction. We created therapeutic exercises where she pushed her spine in this direction. We created traction to push her spine, home traction. All of these activities are to take her from this posture to start to, little by little, correct the spine into a more upright posture. 1/18/24, we worked together for 9 months, and we take this x-ray. Now we're trying to get this red line as close to the green line as her body will be able to heal. So we see, boy, that's a dramatic push. That looks much better. And we'll look at the numbers of this in a moment. So we made a really good change here, but there's still quite a bit of reversal. The curve is supposed to be going this way. At the top here, she's still going this way. So we changed the traction a little bit. We alter the therapeutic exercises. We keep working on the adjustment. We keep pushing the pelvis back. The cage lifted like this, pushing like this. We work together for another 7 months, and we take this x-ray. So it's not quite a year and a half, but close to a year and a half, and we see how much closer she's gotten here. Now, because Victoria has a true mal-shaped vertebra in here, we'll never get her perfect, but her general alignment and her spinal health is much better, and that's why her low back pain went away. Let's look at the numbers, because the numbers can really help us understand. So this chart is an area from the thoracic, the lower thoracic, to the upper lumbar. It's basically from this area of her spine to this area of her spine. Now, these are the normal values, and these are from the first x-ray, the second x-ray, and the final x-ray. So in the middle back area of the spine is supposed to be shaped like this. So they should all be, we call them in the plus. It's supposed to be 6 degrees. She was 2.4. She went all the way up to 4.6. Great. This next vertebra, 4 degrees, went all the way up to 4. Oh, it's basically the exact same. So this is actually because that was the normal. She went a little bit up, but then eventually she balanced perfectly. Here, it's supposed to be +3, but she's reversed. Okay, much closer. Now we start to go into the areas where the injury is the worst. Look at this, 3 degrees. She was 17. Goes down to 12, it goes down to 7. Wow, nice improvement. This area, now in the lumbar spine, they're supposed to be in the minus, they're curving in the other direction. It's supposed to be -1, she was +2.4, she goes to -3, -4. Okay, it's not gonna be exactly perfect, we're getting them in the right direction. We're getting the minuses and the minus. This area, lower down in the lumbar spine, it's supposed to be -5, she was +13, she goes to +10, +6, fantastic. So as she moves down in the pluses, she's getting closer to the minus. This is the area where the vertebra had actually mal-shaped because of the fracture. This over here, lower down in the lumbar spine, it's supposed to be -6. It was increased at -12, goes to -11, goes to -8.9, fantastic. The Lower down still, -9, minus this. Okay, so we're seeing that there's a general movement from where she began and 16 months later to where she ended up. Now, there's one measurement that's really important to understand, is that when we looked at that green line, red line separation, Victoria's spine was like this. It was 48 millimeters. It's the better part of 2 inches pushed back this way. And when we finish it up, she's 7 millimeters, a little bit forward. But it made a dramatic improvement, and that dramatic improvement resulted in better posture, better health, less pain, and just a better spinal alignment. That's how we fix somebody with mid-back pain and spinal postural misalignment subluxations.